there, Janvy. Guess what? There's the table. It's Tuesday. First and foremost, yes, I am actually this pink. I was out in the sun all day on Sunday. Sunday. You see where I'm going with this. It was a good day to get my daily dose of sun, skin-ness. Awful. It's awful. So I'm sure some of you have noticed Sarah is working on a Cosplay Journal series on our channel in which she documents her various trials and tribulations of working on her current cosplay project and quite potentially other cosplay projects in the future. I have no idea what she's doing anymore. She just kind of does her own thing. But this got me thinking that I could do something similar like this. See? I'm a thinker and very good at stealing other people's ideas. Not my ideas, someone else's ideas, and I'm going to take credit for them. However, this is not for cosplay. Absolutely not. I do not actually engage in cosplay, mostly because I lack the effort to come up with a good reason why I don't, other than I like coming up with my own stuff. I don't like being other people's stuff. There you go. However, as I have said in previous videos, and you'll see a little icon for the video in the top this corner, but I am something of a LARPer, an avid LARPer. I enjoy LARPing. I enjoy making characters, especially for various roleplay games such as Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder. Those are basically the same thing, as well as other iterations of that, and of course, live-action roleplay. That being said, there are many secrets to making a good character for any LARP experience, and while a lot of these are steps that I consider fairly intuitive, fairly obvious, there are probably many of you out there who do not consider them the same, and might be looking for some good tips and suggestions on how to get started. And with the creation of my new LARP character just starting to take effect and just starting to get all the details hammered out, I feel like this was an awesome time for me to go through the step-by-step process of creating this character, bringing him to life, showing you all the ideas I have, and then kind of just putting it out there for you guys. Should be a lot of fun. Should also give me something to actually, like, have as a backup video when I run out of ideas, which is often. Disclaimer, I've only ever made characters for the Fantasy Life roleplay game, as well as various other tabletop RPGs. Now, because of the nature of Fantasy Life's open skill rule set, this will change a lot of the ways of how I customize my character, and may differently affect how you build your characters for other LARPs that use a more closed skill set, such as class-based systems or the like. So just be mindful of that, and let's go. So the first thing we need to do in deciding what our character is going to be is we need to decide what role do we want this character to fill. Now, this is a very difficult question to answer. You'd think it's simple. It's like, oh, this role, I want to be a tank, derp. But it's not actually that simple. The way you choose what role you're going to fill with the character is going to entirely change everything. Now, for my character, the character's name is Reinhart, by the way. When I figured out what role I want to fill, it took me the better part of a year to fully figure this out, to fully think on this and make those decisions, and they gotta be decisions you're really confident in. A half-assed decision will make for awful character. I speak from experience. Now this is where I'm going to bring up two different schools of thoughts on character build. School number one I'm going to talk about first is the build focused. These are the kinds of people who are often labeled as power gamers. They look at the rules thoroughly and try to find the most efficient, most powerful build they can while playing within the realm of the game rules. In their case, what role they want to fill is more akin to party building basics. What sort of character is most needed at a game, or what sort of character would I excel at most? Then there's the other school of thought, which is RP focused. These people tend to focus on the finer details of skills and numbers a little less, while focusing more on what sort of archetype or personality they want to play. I personally fall more so into this group. I tend to first start deciding what my character is like and how they act before I really start focusing on what skills or classes best suit them. Now, I'm not going to pretend that both schools of thoughts are equal in any way, shape, or form. Generally speaking, in a LARP environment or any environment where a game system relies on rules and on stats, anyone from the build-focused school of thought is gonna make an objectively better character. They're going to progress faster in the game, they're gonna level up faster, they're gonna do better in overall environments, and anything like that. They're gonna seem like they have the better character, and for the most part, they probably will. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a great thing. It's not how I view things, because I'm not a build-focused person. I suck at math, which means I'm bad at this sort of thing. However, I've always found that spending time with my more RP-focused brethren, my more RP-focused players, are a lot more rewarding. Not only do they have more nuanced, more complex characters, but they're more willing to engage in other characters' personal stories because they understand that the significance of your character isn't just how well you can do in a fight, it's all the little ticks and quirks and things that make you a completely original entity. It's all those strange little fears, phobias, superstitions, anything your character might have that makes them truly unique, that makes for a more interesting experience. And generally speaking, I've had a lot more fun spending time with those people than people who are more inclined to build objectively power-built characters, min-maxed, out the wazoo. They're not bad people. They're not bad players, they're just not my style of gameplay. And that's okay. I don't mind having them around. It makes it really handy when I'm dying and I need someone to come in and save my butt, and thank you. Now, for my character Reinhart, I focused more on what sort of in-game role I wanted to fulfill. I already had a character that had accomplished great personal and solitary heroic deeds, whose name was oftentimes remarked upon by other characters even when I wasn't around, whose stories were told over candlelight by fire over tankards of mead. I've already accomplished that with my character. It was a fun character, I loved being the center of attention, and who doesn't? I loved being the big heroic tough guy, the big damn hero as it were, and I would like to think I left a lasting impression at that game, at least some sort of impression at that game. With that in mind, I decided that Reinhart was going to be more of a supporting character. I personally love helping new players find their way in game, finding the niche they're going to fill, finding their role to help other people, and finding their way to be the big hero so they can have a great weekend themselves. I like doing that. That's the kind of person I am. With those facts in mind, and based on what I enjoy doing already as a person, I decided that Reinhart was going to be an adventuring companion type character. And we all know the adventuring companion type character, the steadfast ally who will never break despite horrifying and unbeatable odds, the person who's always got your back so that you can go in and deliver the critical blow to the dragon, the person who always seems to have that one little item you need that you didn't think to bring, but you didn't think you needed it, but you ended up needing it, and now you have it, and oh thank God, because I needed that life potion so bad. It's going to be a lot of fun, and with that in mind, with that grounding point, with that foundation of what the character represented, and what role I wanted to fulfill, and confidently wanted to fulfill, like, I actually want to do this, I was able to start building up the character, personality-wise, skill-wise, costume-wise, and that's all stuff I'll go into a further episode sometime in the future. And if you like this video, leave a big old thumbs up. If you didn't like it, a big old thumbs down works too. We'd like to hear back from you guys based on what we're doing well, not doing so well. Be sure to check it on Tuesdays when I upload, Fridays when Sarah uploads, and our combined gaming on Sundays. Until the next video, TTFN, ta-ta for now, and be sure to just do you and go out there, have an adventure. I thought I had something to close with properly, but I didn't. Haha.